The Cold War is back with a vengeance. Those were the words of UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres. As tensions flare between the West and Russia over Syria, he had another warning for the UN Security Council.
The situation in the Middle East is in chaos. To such an extent, it has become a threat to international peace and security. The region is facing a true Gordian knot. Different fault lines crossing each other and creating a highly volatile situation with risks of escalation, fragmentation and division as far as the eye can see, with profound regional and global ramifications.
Ambassadors from Syria and its allies squared off against the West. Last week, a suspected chemical weapons attack in the town of Douma outside Damascus killed dozens of people. Russia says the attack was fabricated by the UK.
I would like to remind you that Russia had warned earlier, several times and on all levels, about a provocation that was prepared in eastern Ghouta by rebels allegedly with the use of chemical weapons against the civilian population. Today, Russia's military has further evidence that proves direct participation by Britain in organizing this provocation in eastern Ghouta.
The UK slammed Russia's claim and called it fake news.
He is alleging that Britain is somehow behind the CW attack on Douma. This is grotesque. It's a blatant lie. It's some of the worst piece of fake news we've yet seen from the Russia propaganda machine.
UN Ambassador Nikki Haley says Washington has proof that there was a chemical attack in Douma. She echoed President Donald Trump in warning of a potential military attack and says she'll join Trump in Washington to discuss the U.S. response.
You don't rush decisions like this. If you rush decisions like this, you make a mistake. What we're making sure is that we have all the information to know if we do something, what will happen, how will it happen, and will it hurt anyone? And that's always been something that Americans put a lot of thought into, and it's also something that we have a moral obligation to, and we're going to follow through on all of that.
As tensions rise among member states, Syria issued a threat at the council meeting.
Those three countries, the US, Britain and France, if they think they can attack us and attack our sovereignty, at the time we would have no other choice except applying Article 51 of the Charter that gives us the legitimate right to defend ourselves. This is not a threat, this is a promise. We will not let anyone attack our sovereignty.
A team of chemical weapons experts has already arrived in Syria. They've been sent to find out if chemical weapons were used last week, but they will not make a ruling on who committed the attack. That might leave the US and its allies handing down a sentence on Syria without a definitive verdict. Regan Devines, TRT World.